welcome to the show with Mike and T-Roy is here.
Hello.
What up, fam?
I am up. Barely. But
Barely.
I'm up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting a little late to start. T-Roy had to get a nappy nap in.
I did, man.
I understand
It
it.
was a long weekend.
Oh, my God. An expensive
Yeah.
and long weekend.
Yep. Those two
Jesus.
generally go hand in hand. They add up with.
Yeah. How that was so much fun, though.
It was a great weekend. No
Yeah.
regrets. No regrets.
No. We tend to go hard in the paint sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
it's 3 in a row. Like, I can't do 3 days
Dude,
in a row.
right?
I can do 1. 2 usually hurts. 3 is
it's
like
stop it.
yeah, my alarm went off
Just-
this morning. I was like, just no.
No.
Just fuck it.
Yeah, you absolutely could have called in today.
I would have, and I could have, but I.
Yeah. You're
I
more
went-
adult than that,
I
more
was,
professional.
I was adulting today, indeed.
Oh, what I haven't laughed that hard in a weekend, though, in a long time.
Yeah, and it was great because it came in all different ranges, came
Yeah.
from all different places. You know?
Yeah.
But-
Chris and Michelle stayed here a couple days. And they're just the best. I
They
love
are.
those guys.
Yep.
They're having a rough go of it today.
I heard.
They-
Yeah.
like one of the engines blew on their first flight. So then
Before
they
they took off, before
Yeah.
we scare everybody out there.
Yeah. And then they got routed to Chicago, I think Chicago, and then a layover there, and then they were going somewhere else before finally getting into LAX.
Yeah, it's a long day.
It's a long day, and he checked his guitar.
She go.
Yeah, she going.
That's too many planes. I'm sorry.
He needs to buy a new guitar case, and I'm just going to tell him now he probably needs to buy a new guitar.
Man, we just put the stickers on it too.
I know.
Son
That
of a-
case is all fucked up, though. He was showing me this morning.
Well, no wonder he was so quick to put our stickers on there.
Yeah, right?
I'm throwing this thing away. Fuck it.
Yeah. No, we'll get him some good ones, some new ones.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, so much fun at One Night Stands.
Yeah.
Went there. The comics were all great. The crowd was great. That was as good as I've ever seen Chris Newberg
Yeah,
perform.
he was sharp.
He was fucking hammering, man. He
yes.
was so good.
crowd work, especially.
Yeah, crowd work was on. It was just top notch. And then is it Freddy's?
Freddy's bar over on the east side.
Yeah.
He did like a little special gig Sunday night.
Yeah, he did that, and that went really well too. That was great, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great to see everybody. It's, for me, it's the first time seeing a lot of listeners.
Yeah, in a
since-
long time.
Yeah, for a couple of years, really. I haven't gone out much since I got home, and
It kind of goes for everybody, really.
yeah, that's true.
Nobody's seen anybody for a couple of years.
That's true, but
you
we
more
were,
than most, though.
we were doing 5-6 gigs a year.
Yeah.
At least,
Yep.
and bringing people out, you get to meet, say hi to people, and catch up, and it was cool running into a lot of familiar faces that I literally haven't seen in a couple of years. So that was really cool.
Yeah, good to see the love and support for Chris too.
And then McCarty came over one night.
He came Saturday after
Yeah,
Saturday night.
So
Yeah.
after
He didn't even
Saturday's
up here
show,
until 1:00.
1 in the morning, yeah. It was like Max shows up at my house, at our house, and he's just, he's got gummies and all kinds of shit. And we talked and hung out for a while. It was great seeing him. And then Newberg asked him if he wanted to do 5 up on stage the next night.
Which is adorable.
Yeah, and as if Mac
He hadn't even
5,
started the story after
fuck
5
outta
minutes.
And so Mac's like, "Fuck yeah!" And Mac's sober. I mean,
Yeah.
he's high as shit, but he's not drunk or anything.
Yep.
Where you make plans for tomorrow, and it's
Forget.
like, "Nah, we're not doing that tomorrow. Fuck that." But Mac's like, "Hell yeah!" And he delivered. And he went up on stage and did 15, 20.
Yeah.
And he was great.
Yeah, he was great.
I thought he was really great.
yeah,
With the
he's-
anniversary of March 26th coming up, he went into more detail about a lot of that stuff. He
Yeah.
was really funny, but he did 5 minutes kind of winging it before that,
Yeah.
before he got to like an established story.
Yep.
And he was great.
Hey, if that guy can do anything besides play hockey, it's talk.
It's talk.
It's
yeah.
talk. So
yeah.
it's a gift.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, it was great seeing everyone.
Yeah,
and,
really
and-
nice. It's
and
been a long time since I've seen him too.
And I thought Michelle was so good on the show the other day too.
Yeah, she's good at everything.
She is.
Yeah, she's,
the lovely and talented. Is that what
Lovely
we
and
call it?
talented. Then exactly.
Yeah. T-Roy got his pancakes on
Yeah.
Sunday morning. Oh, it's just awesome.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah.
it's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
So
brought-
hopefully
she did
they
bring
get.
a pancake ring.
She did. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
comes around, goes around.
It means something to her. I'm telling you. So yeah, thanks to everybody that came out, supported it, and I hope everyone had a good time. I got to meet a lot of interesting people, so it was
Yeah.
it was fun.
Definitely.
Anyway, what's going on in the world?
Fuck, I don't know. This weekend's a blur.
Yeah, right.
I haven't seen nothing.
The Olympics started. Usually a big fan of the Winter Olympics.
I generally am too, but it's just not. I don't care this year, like at all. Even watching it, like
Yeah.
I'm just finding myself like indifferent.
Yeah.
Like even when I mean, barely if one of our guys or girls or they come up,
Right.
I'm like, okay, do well.
Yeah.
You know.
Is there any particular reason you think that?
No, I don't know if
Or
it's
you
just no. I'm not. I mean, no, it's not some sort of anti-China thing or
Yeah, no.
anti-America thing or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just indifferent about it. You know.
Yeah, maybe we just don't know who these new upstart stars are. Or, I don't know
you
that
really
that
don't.
there's, like,
Aside from a handful of people, you don't know who any of them are. I mean, there's been only been a few. You know, the Apollo Onos and Shaun Whites of the world.
Yeah.
You know, everybody else, you have no idea who these people are in every other event for the most
Yeah,
part.
but you can usually get into it and start rooting for them.
You can.
But I dig the.
I mean, I see that flag next to him, I get a little excited at least.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I
we're
want
rock
him to
for
do well,
'em,
but
sure.
I'm not. Yeah, just there's no passion there for it this year.
Yeah, yeah. I've been watching some. I love the snowboarding stuff. You know, I can't wait for the half pipe and see
Yeah.
what Shaun White can do. I don't even know how old he is now,
But
but
like 40, I think 40 something maybe.
is he really? Is he that
maybe
old?
He's, maybe he's just not quite 40 yet, but
Yeah, yeah.
but old enough.
But it sounds like it's a fucking shit show in China
I believe it.
with the COVID restrictions.
They'll say, oh yeah,
Like
that
they're-
especially. Like they're tight
Yeah.
on it, which is scary as shit. If you really
Yeah.
stop and think about it,
Yeah.
that's pretty scary. 'Cause what do they know?
Dozens of athletes thrown into the virus isolation at China's zero COVID Winter Olympics are talking about how shitty it actually is. Beijing is attempting to hold a virus-free event in the midst of a pandemic, cutting off competitors and their teams in a bubble where tests must be taken every day, with anyone who tests positive dragged off to isolation. But conditions in isolation are reportedly dire. Valeria, I'm going to fuck up a lot of names. I'm just
Oh
gonna
yeah,
tell you right
that's
now.
the beauty of the Olympics. Yeah,
Yeah.
good luck with all of them.
Vasnetsova, Russian biathlete, claims she was served the same inedible meal 3 times a day for 5 days in a row.
Oh,
And she posted a picture of it, and it
looks awful.
It looks worse than the original old school TV dinners.
Really?
That came in the metal tin or whatever. Yeah. Looked worse than that.
Yeah.
You know?
They're not getting like good Chinese food.
No.
Can't get some sweet and sour chicken or
I don't know what the fuck they're getting. But, yeah, it left her so emaciated that her bones were sticking out.
Jesus.
She said after 5 days. Head of German team Dirk Schimmelpfennig also blasted unacceptable conditions for his athletes, saying isolation rooms are too small, not hygienic, the food is poor, the PCR tests that athletes must take to free themselves are not being given. Let's see, Natalia, I'm not even going to
Yeah,
try,
yeah.
Polish speed skater.
We'll call her Natty.
Yeah, Natty. She described being reportedly moved into and out of quarantine over successive days due to conflicting COVID test results, an experience she described as trauma that left her crying and crying.
Yeah, figure skater.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's par for the course.
Yeah, right.
There's
She would have been crying about something anyways,
Exactly.
you know.
Yep.
A women's ice hockey game between Russia and Canada. So they had delayed test results.
Oh,
And so they're like, the Canadian team won't come out of the locker because they haven't gotten the Russian team's results yet. So they're like, all right, let's throw masks on and play hockey.
did they really?
The goalie wearing a fucking mask on the ice like an asshole. It's not like literally nobody cares about women's hockey.
Yeah.
So, you know, whatever, but it's kind of hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
They're on the ice wearing, wearing masks. You're dodging spittle there. It's probably my tooth. Yeah. So yeah, they did that. There are currently 387 people from the athletes bubble in COVID isolation, though this number includes members of their teams and press. The exact number of competitors in solitary is not clear, but it's thought to be dozens. One guy's been locked up in an isolation facility since testing positive 18 days ago. He's been symptom free the whole time.
Right.
But you know, they're not looking at the actual science, which shows that, you know, why the NFL did what they did with the Packers. He's like Aaron Rodgers, where he's like, I don't have to get tested again for 90 days or whatever, because this virus, you can keep testing positive forever, even though you're clear of it.
Yeah.
It's still in your cells and whatnot. And so
Shows up on a test.
this dude can't get 2 successive 24-hour false things 18 days in a row in a fucking dorm room.
Now, who was he from?
He's
I'm betting he wasn't Chinese.
Marco
Nope.
Antila. No.
Yeah. Wonder if he was the favorite in whatever his sport was, and there happened to be a Chinese competitor that was second,
I don't know.
keeping them out, holding them down. Controversy.
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
Using those tests, manipulating the results.
Yeah. No, you came up positive.
Psychological
Back
warfare.
in the hole, Sean White.
Sorry.
How bad would that suck to work your entire life to have a chance at some 30-second display of your greatness,
Yep.
and you don't even get to do it, and instead you're put into a fucking dorm room by yourself for days on end with garbage meals.
Yep.
I mean, they showed pictures of it. So what did they say? The image, it showed a tiny little plain pasta, nothing on it, just fucking
Not a monoclonal antipasta or anything?
no,
Something? Like
some kind of grilled meat on the bone,
Okay.
and it looked like a bite for one.
Jeez.
Just one bite, and it was gone, like a tiny lamb chop.
It's like gourmet where you get just little portions.
No.
Slop.
It's just on like this tray with 5 different spots on it, like a TV dinner, and it's like one bite of some sort of meat. Could be a fucking skunk leg.
Yeah.
For all we know, an unidentified orange sauce,
Okay.
some potatoes, and what appears to be a piece of plain chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, they say there no vegetables, nothing. You got to think, like these are the most premier for the most part.
Yeah.
The most premier athletes with like a high-end sports cartooning of their body.
Yeah.
With the diet that
A
they
very
have.
finite diet, exactly.
You know,
Things
they
that-
eat 1 grain of fucking rice at 6:01.
Yeah.
And then 2 minutes later, they have to fucking sprint for an hour, and then they get to eat half a potato fingerling. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
their diet is so like that.
And then
That's
you
their training.
get stuck with that.
Here you go.
with a hungry man, Salisbury steak.
It's just
Which I was
unbelievable.
a fan of, by the way. I'm not going to lie.
What's that?
The Hungry Man XL.
Yeah.
Salisbury
it's not
steak
bad.
one.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad.
It's bad for them, though.
Yeah.
It's bad for them. And then there's, this poor China woman.
The tennis player.
No.
Oh.
Peng Shui. What's going
Yeah.
on with her? I saw it in the headline. I just
she-
figured no one's going to tell us the truth, so why bother?
That's true. Exactly. Well,
She's
she's done
walked back.
interviews. She walked it back.
Did you see the interview?
I didn't see it. No. Right.
Did you hear about it?
No. I mean, I've heard that there's some questions.
Well,
but
they're filming like this, and there's a mirror behind her, and you can see a Chinese security guy
Just
standing there with
standing
a
there.
mask, like, I dare you to fucking say something out of
Right.
line.
yeah,
you know.
Yeah. But yeah, she said, oh no. That last time she said, no, I never accused anyone of sexual assault. No, that's
No, it's
I-
misunderstanding.
I took that post down myself voluntarily. No one asked me to, of my own free will.
Yeah.
Because there's like an AK just off screen.
Yeah,
pointed
you
at
can
her
like
head.
literally see the gun barrel just peeking into the
Right.
frame.
He's looking over to the side.
I wouldn't put it past those fuckers to just shoot her on camera.
Yeah.
I mean, they yanked a journalist, a Dutch journalist, the other day.
You said that. I didn't see
Fucking
that video.
Guys doing a report on the human rights abuses in China. They're like, get the fuck out of here.
That's enough.
Literally yanked him out on live TV. It's like, no, dude.
Can you imagine if they did that to one of ours?
Oh, my
And
God.
then never heard from again.
Yeah. Well, if someone tried to do
We don't know. Put him on a plane. I don't know what happened.
Apparently, this guy was fine. He was just kind of yanked off camera for a few minutes and then was able to finish his
His
shit later.
Had
But
a talking to, probably.
yeah, a stern warning.
Yeah.
You know, first fucking boat out of China. You'll be on that, headed towards God knows where, Stan. No, this U.S. born Chinese figure skater Zhu Yi.
Okay.
Okay, she used to be known as Beverly Zhu.
Okay.
Okay, she was born in Los Angeles to very privileged parents.
I was going to say, born here. It's a pretty heavy name.
Yeah,
Usually they try and American you up a little bit.
Yeah,
when,
Beverly.
when you get married here. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes a lot more sense now.
so Beverly is 19. She changed her name to Zhu Yi to compete for the communist country. Finished with the lowest score of the event at the Capitol Indoor Stadium yesterday after she failed to land a jump and fell on the opening combination and then botched another jump later.
Oh, boy. Well, once it goes off the rails, it's hard to get that back.
Yeah. But,
Especially that ice has got to hurt like a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
When you hit that hard.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing to just go down, but like when you're 7 feet in the air spinning 9 times and
Yeah.
then you hit the
Land
hit
on
the
your
deck.
ass.
Yeah.
it wouldn't do well for us.
No.
We would not do well with that. But Yeah, she's getting her ass handed to her in China. They are
Oh,
fucking
no.
disgrace of the nation type shit. Like, you took a spot on this team and you performed like that.
Oh boy, she may not make it.
Beverly.
Out. Yeah.
They don't want anything to do with her. This poor girl's probably on suicide watch at this
Yeah,
point.
no doubt.
The hashtag Zhu Yi has fallen quickly began trending all over China's Twitter, Weibo or whatever platform, getting 200 million views.
Oh my gosh. 200
million views in just a few hours. Yeah. So,
boy, yeah, that does not bode well for her.
yeah. I don't know how we're doing. I haven't been watching much. Like I said, maybe I'll try again tonight.
I don't know if there's even medals yet.
There are.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
They're just events. They're not like long-term things, most of them.
A lot of them are 2-day,
Yeah.
you know, like the snowboarding, the qualifiers.
And things like that, yeah.
And I love the downhill mogul runs.
Yeah.
Those guys are fucking dope.
Yeah. What's the one? That's the moose knuckle or whatever that thing is, the knuckle thumper or whatever, the skiing one where there's no real jump. It's just the knuckles. I forget what they call it, but it's just like the hump. Those guys do those just jump off of that, like have to make their own jumps. Or they did like springboard off his thing and then.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. I'm pissed. I can't remember what it's called. Something like that.
Yeah, they've added a few events that were really cool.
Yeah, it's like a jump one, but there's no jump. It's just kind of the hill goes down and flattens out and then goes back down. And so whatever that little part is, you got to just do what you can do off of that, which is cool because that's kind of like how I grew up skiing. You know what I mean? Skiing, you didn't have real jumps. You just made it wherever you could get it.
Wherever, yeah. Oh, there's a tree limb I could fucking hop over.
Yeah, something. So
you know, a root sticking up too high that's packed with snow. And,
fuck yeah.
Yeah, like ride your bike. We jumped curbs, man.
Yeah. You see if you can get enough to get a little spread eagle off of, or a little back scratcher.
A little back scratcher. Back scratcher and having your tips catch.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Woo! Talk about eating shit.
Yeah, that happened to me at Brighton.
Did it? Really? At Mount Brighton?
Yeah,
you tried
on the wall. Yeah, going down the wall in the back with the bumps. Yeah, I fucking caught one. This one had a little jump kind of thing, and I hit it, and I was fucking... I mean, just stroking it. And just as I pulled him back, both tips caught the first mogul. Boom! Just slammed me. I went on. I spread across the mogul. Boom! Like this. I don't think I couldn't breathe for like a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, it just took everything out of me. Full yard sale. I mean, my gloves were at the fucking bottom of the hill.
Skis in different directions, poles in different. I ate shit once at a Super Bowl run in Colorado. It was a mogul run on a Black Diamond, and fucking going down this thing, no problem, and then fucking caught something and wiped out, and it's so steep. I'm just, I'm in the washing machine at this point, and I come to a stop off to the edge. You know, it's got tree-lined shit. You know, people would cut in and out of the trees, Sonny Bono style. You know what I mean? Oof. And I fucking came to a skidding halt, sliding on my back. As my head just barely touches a tree stump sticking up about this high. And I literally came to a rest on the tree stump like, ooh.
That was close.
Okay. Dude, had I had any more momentum, that thing would have killed me.
Yeah.
It would have killed me.
Been bonoed up proper.
Yeah, I would have. I would have. Here,
it's tough
fought the guy for years, and then I go out like him.
Yeah.
Going into a tree. Yeah. So I can't wait for some of those. I love the snowboard race. Like downhill, that one's really cool.
Yeah, where it's multiple people racing against on the same course, not like
At the same time, there's like 7 or 8 of them.
Robin's racing.
Right? Yeah,
Fuck off.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And that was one a few years ago. The chick tried to do like at the end, she had like a minute lead on everyone, and she tried to do some fucking hot shot jump and ate shit, and then was like shoo as everyone passed her. They weren't even in the scene in the beginning. It was like, oh,
so clear cut.
All you had to do was just fucking not do that. Don't try to show off 50 feet from the finish line and eat it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it would have been cool if she nailed it, but that's the risk you take.
Yeah. Yeah,
no risk it, no biscuit, they say.
One thing I'm pissed about, though, I will say, I was watching, and I think you were watching some of this with me early on Saturday or Sunday, but the long jump.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Is it
long
called
jump? I think ski jump, long jump.
Where they go
ski jump technically.
Yeah, the long jump is the running one.
Fucking flying squirrels going like 100 yards in the air.
Yeah.
Where meters.
Yeah. Where they go down on they're sitting on a bench at the top of the hill, and then they just go straight down and
a little 2-track, just as wide as their skis. That's it, man.
And then they launch, flying squirrel, and then they land.
Yep.
I don't like what they've done, and I don't know. I haven't seen the men do it yet, so I don't know if it's different for the men. But for the women, it's like the grade of the jump so that when they launch, the grade of the hill stays with them, so they don't go launching into the air. They're only a few feet off the ground the whole time
Well, it's probably.
to minimize
Yeah,
potential
I was gonna
injuries.
say, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, it's about how.
Oh,
how far
you
travel.
lay it on the line. You fucking lay it on the line, man.
The agony of defeat.
The agony of defeat matters, Troy.
That
It
is
matters.
True. That is true.
I want your ass flying 100 yards in the air and see if you can stick this landing, not create some safety net.
I think there's two different ones though, because we were watching the women's.
looks like a
and it
men's and a
looked like-
women's.
yeah, and then there was like the big boy hill over on the other side.
Yeah.
the guys are going to
The
jump
real
off.
hill.
Of. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why they would need different hills.
Yeah.
Because they're all equal anyway.
Right?
Right. So
I mean, is there even a difference between men and women?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. No.
Clearly.
So, yeah. God, Stacey Abrams is hard to look at.
Yeah.
I feel bad. It's not because she's black. It's not for, it's not a racist thing, but
Sure.
I mean, her and Chicago's mayor,
Right up there, neck and neck.
yeah. There's just something about Stacey Abrams when I look at her face. It's like they should put, they want to put a warning on everything that you listen to.
Yeah.
I want them to put a warning before they put Lori Lightfoot or
Yeah.
like,
Shock warning.
this might be disturbing to some viewers.
Hurt your eyes.
I don't know how many viewers being disturbed it would take to get a warning label on there, but count me in.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
Like have one of those the whatever when they gray out the things on like Facebook for false information.
Yeah.
Yeah, the warning comes up before you have to. Are you sure you want to see this video?
Sure, we're about
Yeah.
to show Stacey
Yep,
Abrams
okay,
in Georgia.
You're gonna see her face. No makeup, no filter. You ready?
There you go.
Okay.
And I could just pause it, walk out of the room,
Yeah.
let it roll for a couple minutes.
Yep. Be nice to have that head.
Get past it. But yeah, she thinks she's the mayor of Georgia, I believe,
Yeah.
or the governor. She still believes that.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks the vote was stolen. She lost by like 50,000 votes. It wasn't even close.
Mm.
But she still claims to be like the governor or whatever she was running for there. She's a fierce mask proponent.
Oh, good.
I mean, she wants everyone in a mask.
Does she?
Yep, except her.
Well, I was gonna say then you should support that. Because her in a mask is better than her without
Yeah, but
a
she's
mask.
not wearing a fucking mask.
I understand,
man.
but so we should support that. She should be wearing a mask.
Yeah. Can we just have a mask mandate for her and Lori?
Yeah, that'd be
Lori
good.
Lightfoot.
Yeah.
That's the only mandates.
I don't
left
even want it
standing.
just to be like that mask for Lightfoot because you can still see those fucking gooly eyes, man.
Yeah.
I want it to be a full.
burqa.
I was going to say hood, but it's probably a bad choice
Yeah,
of words.
yeah,
but
not a good choice. Yeah.
full face mask. We'll go with that.
Yeah. I don't even care what kind. Ski
Helmet
mask.
style, that'd work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even that with no, 'cause the
Stormtrooper helmets
visor,
on 'em.
that'd be great, perfect, and inappropriate.
Can you mandate that they wear stormtrooper helmets at all times?
I think if this goes on any longer and we're going to have to start wearing masks, we're going to have to do something like that to start
Yeah.
making this shit fun again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's hard to look at in this picture. I actually printed a picture to show you. She's sitting here in a classroom.
Full of probably 7, 8-year-olds, give or take, maybe.
Yep, 6, 7-year-olds,
Okay.
and they are all wearing a mask except her.
Just took it off for the picture.
Yeah, right. Sure. It was at an Atlanta elementary school. She's angrily defending this recent. Now, what do you think she would say? I'll give you a guess.
If I didn't have my mask on, how would you know it was me?
No, that's funny. That's good. No, what do you think she would say her attack to her critics would be? What is this based on?
Because clearly it's a racial attack.
How did
Clearly.
you know that? Did you read the story already?
Nope, just a guess. Just a guess.
Wow, that's a great guess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you could have said there.
Clearly. Well, there's only one clear-cut answer.
Yeah.
She is an African American.
Right.
So no matter what is said, it is racial.
She called it a false political attack while going on the offensive and attacking the reputations of her opponents. It is shameful that our opponents are using a Black History Month reading event for Georgia children as the impetus for a false political attack. And it is pitiful and predictable that our opponents continue to look for opportunities to distract from their failed records when it comes to protecting public health during a pandemic. So the problem was...
Not that she wasn't wearing a mask.
Right. No, that
not-
hypocrisy doesn't matter.
Right.
It's Black History Month.
Yeah. So
You're going to be critical of a black woman during Black History
how
Month?
dare you?
no matter what they do, this is hands off.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be like February just becomes like the purge for black people.
Fuck, we signed into it. It's the purge
Yeah.
month.
January 31st at midnight.
Alarms going off.
Goes off.
Another of her opponents attacked mayors seeking to protect their citizens. This is what she said. Another of my opponents attacked mayors seeking to protect their citizens and has failed to expand access to Medicaid even as rural hospitals close. This pathetic, transparent, and silly attack is beneath anyone who claims he wants to lead Georgia. So why did you quickly delete the photo then?
Oh, really?
Yeah, like immediately.
Covering her
Posted it. The responses were immediate and fucking hammer-like.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. It's just like, you
Because she
fucking
was
cunt. How
not
dare
going to
you?
leave herself
It's child
open
abuse.
to these blatantly racial and political attacks.
Right.
So I just de-weaponized them.
Yeah. Well, this used to be such a shameful thing to be like
Caught at being an asshole.
being hypocritical, you know, like you're ranting and raving from the loudest soapbox in town about how you hate the gays and you need to pray away the gay, and then you find out that you've been going to bathhouses for years and doing dudes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's not something to stand up. Like hypocrisy, everybody across the board hates.
Yeah.
So all these people, like, what do you think this looks like?
It looks like her
You know,
being unmasked and
she's
not
unmasked.
abiding by her own mandates.
So what are these fucking 6-year-olds? They're masked to protect her. You stay home, fatty. You're the one that's got an issue with COVID, not them.
Yeah.
These kids are fucking 100% safe.
Oh, you're telling the black woman she can't go out during Black History Month to read books about Black history? Oh,
Yes,
racist.
yes. If she's got
Racist.
such a problem, stay your ass home.
This is not really about a mask, is it, Michael?
Stay your ass home if you're so
this is-
worried about it. Don't make the kids mask up around you.
At school, they probably all have to wear fucking masks. They still doing that? Are kids wearing masks in
Yeah,
school?
yeah. A lot of them are.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's child abuse at this point. I mean, we know. I said it months ago. I still stand by it. There's just a lot more people saying this is fucking child abuse. A lot more people are waking up to that. There's so much in a child's development, and I would know this obviously because I've never had kids.
Yeah.
Don't even really like them except the ones that I'm related to. But there's so much. There's so many psychologists and therapists coming out now. They don't get a ton of press about it, but they're going,
Really? No?
no,
No. Okay.
surprising.
That's odd.
But they're saying this is really important for a child's development in building relationships going forward, to be able to see people's mouths and how they speak to each other, and having kids wear this mask.
Especially early development, yeah.
Yeah, early development, it's critical. And, I'm not going to argue with them. They're not going to get much press. They're going to get attacked for that because you want to,
Well, yeah, those kindergartners, man, that's super spreader shit.
yeah, right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Confirmation, if any were needed, that Stacey Abrams is a member of the Democratic elite in good standing. Mask hypocrisy is practically a status symbol now. The editor of the National Review said. Clay Travis said, the number of left-wing politicians who post photos posing without masks while all the kids around them are wearing masks is stunning. Here's Stacey Abrams doing it. This is child abuse. Yeah. But, we saw this with Gavin Newsom. We saw this with London Breed, San Francisco's mayor, and Gail Garcetti.
It just shows that they don't actually believe what the fuck they're saying.
I know.
They're just they're so far into it now that they don't have a choice. You can't start, backtracking on what you got to double down and do what you got to do. But if they actually believed what they were saying, they would sleep in masks.
Yeah.
They would wear a mask 24 hours a day.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, about what this is. This is you're showing your hand, basically. This is what side of the aisle are you on if you're still wearing masks, But those people believe it that are living in those areas. They full on believe what they're being told.
Well, because they think they're being told the truth.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that you can't believe what you're being told.
Yeah.
You would think that people would have your actual best interest in heart. And I don't think that's the case.
No, I don't either. And it's sad and it's apocalyptic, honestly.
End of times, man. The end of times.
Feels like it, man. I don't mean to, I'm not building a fucking bunker out
Come on,
back.
Chicken Little.
But dude, If it ended up coming to that, gun to the head.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I'm not playing that game, doing Walking Dead shit.
No, God, no.
I'm not going out there and trying to fucking scavenge for myself. No, it's over.
I might give it a run.
You can do all right.
Yeah, yeah.
You can cook. You can hunt. You can.
Man, I'm out. Well, I give it a shot. I mean, if it sucks, then I'm out. But
Yeah.
who knows? I could end up running shit.
Yeah.
So
Would you be like Negan?
maybe I don't know who that is, but I don't
Walking
watch,
Dead?
Yeah, I don't watch that stuff.
Would you be like? Because you got to get with a tough camp,
Okay.
and you got to be able to take over other camps.
Yeah.
You know, because supplies are low. So whatever tomato soups and dog food was left on the shelves, you might have to go fucking toe to toe for that shit.
Maybe we'll see.
Ammunition starts running low.
Yeah.
So
And when it gets to that point, you know what? Fucking, I'm out. No. If I can put it together and make one big beautiful commune, and we can all just live happily together
but
and
here's the
rebuild the
problem.
world from the ground up,
yeah.
kumbaya, motherfucker.
Here's the problem.
But until
Here's
that time,
the problem. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. It's critical error in your thinking here. You're going to build this utopia, and then all the psychopaths that have been rampaging and murdering across the nation are going to come see what you did, and they're going to fucking wipe you out in 5 seconds and just steal all your shit.
Okay.
So I'm saying,
get it.
you're not going to have a kumbaya moment with the world, dude. I've seen this. Watch The Walking Dead.
Hey,
it's
listen.
a blueprint for what's going to happen.
It's a fictional show, sir.
No, it's not.
My script is not written.
Yeah. Humans are.
Going out on my own
Nasty
fucking terms,
assholes.
man. Yeah, if it gets shitty
Would you
and
pull the
ugly.
trigger for me? I don't know if I could pull the trigger.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, in the right situation,
Like if I'm just
without,
like,
a,
T,
without a hesitation.
The cities are burning. I'm out. I'm done.
Oh,
I'm
whack
not-
you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like.
Yeah.
No.
You make me do it to myself?
Yeah, goddamn right.
What about from a distance?
No, fuck you. You
Why?
Handle your business. Handle your fucking business.
What
or
if
call
I pay
Kevorkian.
you off
Fuck that.
to handle my business?
Nope.
You're just going to steal my loot anyways.
Because then that's going to affect my soul.
You think so? If I asked you as a friend, like, dude, do me this solid?
Yeah. Do it yourself. God damn it. See? There's a
Find
precedent
someone
set.
to do it.
Probably.
Who
You'll
wants
talk
to
somebody into it.
Who wants to be my shooter? Could be any day now. Could be any day now.
Yeah. I don't think we're quite there, but
I think we're getting close. See how this convoy works out, the Freedom Convoy.
yeah.
What a bunch of shit, man. This GoFundMe campaign.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing too. I was saying I listened to a little story on that earlier today. Which
Yeah.
It was funny. They were talking about traffic, and it was maybe the Blue Water Bridge or something, but saying how that was having some backups over there because there's a couple of truckers that are protesting some mandates that are slowing it down for the good old folks of the trying to get across, making them look like they're the bad guys.
Is
you
that
know?
it?
Yeah.
Is that what's going
And
on?
it was literally like it was a couple, or I think it was a few. I think it said there's a few truckers.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is there for sure because most of that's over in Ottawa or wherever the big one's going. But I'm betting it's growing by
Yeah.
every day. But that was that they said that the FundMe, because we read it earlier,
Yeah.
and that they were checking in all the things, and then now they said that they pulled that GoFundMe money because of multiple police reports of violence.
Yeah. Where?
I know. I was like, really?
Where?
I haven't heard any of that. You think that would be
Oh,
everywhere?
over
They
the
couldn't wait
press.
to fucking run that if there was something that actually happened.
Yeah.
But that was what was reported.
Yeah.
Good old NPR today.
Yeah. So they yanked that. So these guys got up to, what was it like?
It was like 8 million.
8 million, 9 million?
Yeah.
10 million, something like. I thought it even
I think,
crossed.
I think
10
it was.
mil.
I think it was at 8 when we talked about it, or whatever. But
So they got a Christian crowdfunding website
okay,
to use called Give Send Go.
okay. Well,
I've never heard of
basically,
that.
basically, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, basically, go fuck yourself. Yeah. Less controversial version of go fuck yourself.
Yeah, potato, potato.
But Give Send Go, which has already made $2 million in its first day for these guys.
There you go. Hey, the people that are supporting it are going to be double down to
Oh,
support
yeah.
it when you didn't you didn't give them the money that I already gave to them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And GoFundMe tried to steal their fucking money. They literally tried to steal $10 million. They were giving people 2 weeks to re-sign in and claim your money, or they were going to donate it to charities and shit.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like, go fuck yourself.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Seriously.
I'm surprised that they didn't. They're going to.
They've changed that now and said, all right, the backlash is so strong, we're just automatically refunding everybody.
That's probably smart. You
Yeah.
have all the information. You fucking take care of
You
it.
figure it out.
Yeah, I did my
Yeah.
part when I gave it. You're the one that didn't give it to them.
Yeah.
So,
There could be other reasons for that. I was listening to Louder with Crowder earlier, and Gerald was talking about and there was a term he used for it, but saying like, had they not done that, and people then went to their credit card company and disputed it because it didn't go to where it was said it was going,
Yeah.
that would be on the credit card. There's a penalty for that, and every one of those they would have had to pay back. It would have cost them a shit ton of money if people figured that out and started doing that.
Yeah.
So who knows if it was just like, hold on, guys, we're gonna get into a loop where we're gonna fucking get.
I wouldn't be surprised if they find some way to deem them as like some sort of terrorist organization.
Oh, they're trying,
and then use that as a way to seize the funds.
Yeah. No, they said the funds are going back.
It's already going back.
Yes.
Well, perfect. That's good because then it'll just get rerouted through a give, laugh, love, or whatever the fuck you just said for the
give, send, go.
Yeah. Okay.
So if people want to help support them, give, send, go. So what GoFundMe said is, we support peaceful protests, and we believe that was the intention of the Freedom Convoy 2020 fundraiser when it was created. We now have evidence from law enforcement that previously peaceful demonstration has become an occupation with police reports of violence and other unlawful activity. To ensure GoFundMe remains a trusted platform, we work with local authorities to ensure we have detailed factual understanding of events taking place on the ground. Following a review and multiple discussions with law enforcement and city officials, this fundraiser is now in violation of terms of service. Term 8, which prohibits the promotion of violence and harassment, has been removed from the platform.
Okay.
So occupation. We now believe this is an occupation.
Yeah.
Well, here's the problem, GoFundMe. An actual occupation, Troy, you almost visited, Chaz, Chop,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
That was an occupation. They put up borders. They had police detail of their own. There were multiple murders. They ransacked that area. They held GoFundMe. Remember, they posted signs that they wanted smokes and lighters and shit, like all the essentials.
We're totally self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Yet we have nothing.
We have jack shit. Didn't they try to grow?
Is that just a perfect synopsis? We have nothing, but we're fine. We just need you to give everything to us.
And stay
then
out.
We're going to be fine. Yeah.
Oh, and we're carding people, anyone that comes in. Oh, and now we've got a King Lord running around with a fucking machete and a machine gun.
Wasn't he a rapper?
It's yeah, King Boy or something, whatever his fucking name
yeah.
was. But yeah, they had GoFundMes to support those people, and those were never taken down.
No.
And that's an actual occupation of multiple city blocks in Seattle.
That was a peaceful protest. They said they support peaceful protests.
Yeah.
But apparently there's reports of crime.
They also yanked the Kyle Rittenhouse GoFundMe.
Oh, yeah.
Found innocent, or not innocent, found not guilty.
Yep.
And if you watched even 5 minutes of that trial, you knew what a fucking Banana Republic courtroom that was. That was a joke. Joke of a trial. But yeah, yanked his down. Peaceful
They
protest.
do the same thing there. Did they send everybody back their money?
I don't know what they did there. I don't know. But pulled it.
Yeah.
You know, they've pulled multiple of these. So hopefully this works. That would be great if Give, Send, Go actually, you know, does what they say. And
I would imagine. It's
works.
a Christian organization, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's the part that scares me a little
I
bit.
know.
But,
Come on. There's absolutely no hypocrisy in the religious world.
There's hypocrisy everywhere. I understand that. But, yeah, I know. As soon as it said Christian, I was like, okay. God, I wish I didn't know that. Whatever.
Well, you know.
Yeah, it's fine as long as they turn over the money and, you know.
What if if you get any, with their tax exemption status, if there's any better deal going through there than the rape you get on the GoFundMe stuff?
I don't know.
So, I don't know. You maybe have never given to one, but a GoFundMe, like if you want to give $100,
Yeah.
you give $100, and then at the end they're like, "How about a little something for us?"
Yeah.
That $100 is theirs. So you know when you want to give them the $100. Standards go like 20%, so it's going to cost you like $20 on top to give them the 100. You know, for them, and then you can adjust it like to whatever you want.
Yeah. It's fucking.
I mean, I understand there's operating expenses, and you don't want to take it away from the actual donation. That would go against everything you're trying to do.
I don't really have a problem when it's like, hey, we set up the platform. It's our thing. We're taking 3% off the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
20.
Well, and
much,
yeah, exactly. Well, and it wasn't automatic, but it comes up as like a suggestion, on the tip, you know, suggestion tip.
Yeah, they're doing that a lot nowadays. I can't go to Pet Supplies Plus without asking me if I want to not murder cats and dogs? Would I like to give
Round up
$2?
your change. Yeah, round up to the nearest dollar. Or give for this. You want to buy a star?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
It's just,
Yeah.
and I always give them $1 or $2, but it's like, this is just,
Yeah. Let's just get to the
where
point
is
where
this
it's
going? What is this going to?
have no
I don't
validation
know.
of where my money's actually going.
The Freedom Convoy is not going away, though.
I wouldn't think so. It's probably growing in support, especially when this kind of shit starts happening.
Well, they're starting to crack down. They can't bring in the military, really, and do any of that stuff that they wanted. Police have threatened to clamp down after facing criticism for lack of action, as it's crippled the nation's capital there. And one of the main problems that local residents are having is these guys are just blaring their horn
Yeah.
all fucking night.
Sure.
So one woman filed like an $8 million lawsuit
Okay.
against the Freedom Convoy.
Okay.
I don't know where that'll go in the end.
How much?
It's like $7.8 million or $8.7 million.
How ironic. How much was in that GoFundMe?
Yeah, $9 million. Yeah. The situation at this point is completely out of control. The individuals with the protest are calling the shots. They have far more people than we have police. The declaration came just hours after Ottawa police announced that anyone who brings gas to help the truckers continue their protest could be and should be arrested.
Why?
Because it's fucking up their way of going across the road.
Okay.
They can't get across the road. Dude, if you make sandwiches, if you're in the neighborhood and support them and make sandwiches at home and walk them over to the truckers, you could be arrested. If you the gas thing, okay, it's fucking 12 degrees out.
Yeah.
So if they can't keep those engines running, it turns into a freezer.
Yep.
And so that's one way to shut the whole thing down. So they're trying to attack the little guy that's trying to help them out.
Exactly.
You know, so so they're like, I don't know if they're confiscating like there's all kinds of like wheeled carts with big gallons, multi-gallons of gasoline on them, and I think
you could just get like a tanker truck, fuel truck,
Probably,
just come by and just start filling them all up. I would imagine there's enough money going around and enough support, especially and probably on the gas side of it over there. They'd gladly be donating some.
Yep. Yeah, so they want locals to stay completely away from the area, blah, blah, blah. Declaring a state of emergency reflects the serious danger and threat to the safety and security of residents posed by the ongoing demonstration. Hold on. You can't just make a statement like that
without anything.
So you're saying
to back it up?
This reflects the serious danger and threat to the safety and security of residents posed by the ongoing demonstrations.
Okay. Example, please. What has
The
happened?
only example I could think of is if someone was in medical need and traffic couldn't get through to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that would be. But if you're saying like they're dangerous, violent people, that's where I'm going, okay, you got to show me some evidence of something. And my guess is if there was someone having a medical emergency, unlike Chaz and Chop where they blocked the ambulance from going in and the guy died, those guys that are in the Freedom Convoy would abso-fucking-lutely let something get through.
I have no doubts.
I have no doubts either.
Yeah.
So that seems like a false flag.
Definitely.
A little gaslighting going on there.
Right.
Despite the urgency declaration, it actually gives little to no extra powers to the mayor. He is unable to move the truckers or get the army in to control the situation. That's great news. So, yeah, a state of emergency declaration should alert those with more power in government, such as Prime Minister Blackface, to the serious danger of the situation. Blackface has been in isolation since January 24th, when his daughter tested positive for COVID, but has since tested positive himself. He's been hiding in unknown locations for several days. He hasn't publicly spoken out about the trucker since February 2nd. It's unclear whether he will do anything to help Ottawa regain control from the Freedom Convoy that is blocking their downtown. I saw another of his blackface pictures today, by the way.
A new one?
No,
Okay.
just there's so many. It's like
I thought maybe you came across a freshie. Like
no, but I hadn't seen this one, and Crowder showed it. So there's the one where he's in
like Aladdin
shoe
type.
polish black face, right?
Yeah,
he's like, he's got his tongue out. It's just hilarious. Then there's one he's in black face, black arms, and he's got like a cucumber down his pants.
Oh no shit!
Like showing a giant
big old dick.
So there's him in blackface with a giant cock.
Oh man,
hanging down.
He's in black face and black dick.
Yep. Hell yeah. I mean, he's going full on. But yeah, we don't care about him.
We'll give him credibility, maybe at least some credit for authenticity,
Yeah.
keeping it real.
Yeah, he went full retard. He's gone full retard, but it hasn't cost him anything.
Not yet.
So, yeah, they said sympathetic protesters crossed police barricades to join truckers, assaulted officers, and even caused a car crash while trying to ram into the Mounties, according to Global News. Where's this video?
Yeah, you would think it's everywhere.
I think there was an anti-protester who rammed his car into 4 protesters.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I think he was arrested. Zexi Lee is the woman who filed the lawsuit. Excuse me, I stand corrected. It was $9.8 million that she's suing. She filed this lawsuit in Ontario Superior Court on Friday, seeking damages.
What's her name?
Zexi Lee.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wish she wasn't a cunt. That's kind of a hot name.
It sounds like a name that you gave yourself because you didn't like the one your parents gave you or the gender God gave you.
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah, who knows?
Zexi Lee. Maybe not.
Maybe it's just a lady.
Just a lady looking for 9.8 mil.
Yeah, it's a nice round number.
Yep. Spending it all on high heels like a lady would do.
Get some nice titties with that money.
Giant titties, a new weave, and some high heels. Just like a lady.
Yep.
So she says emotional and mental distress, citing ongoing headaches.
Oh, yeah.
Can't anyone, that's like claiming back pain.
Yeah, well,
You know?
horn doesn't give you back pain.
What's that? Horn does not.
A horn gives you a headache.
Does it? Yeah, I suppose it could. Sleeping difficulties, difficulty concentrating, and interference with quiet enjoyment of her home.
Okay.
I don't know what that is worth.
No, $9.8 million.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hope no one settles. I hope these guys go nowhere.
Well, who are you actually? So this Freedom Convoy, it's not like, or maybe it is. Maybe I'm talking out of turn. It's not like a Black Lives Matter where there's actually an organization. Like this was sort of just a grassroots type thing, right? This is something that's. I mean, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. That's why I said I'm not really sure. So if there's like a Freedom Convoy LLC somewhere,
probably
with a
now,
CEO that you can, or something that you can go after, but
probably there will be one established.
if this is just truckers talking and organizing to put this together,
Yeah.
who the fuck are you suing? Every one of them individually?
Yeah. Well,
So I'm not sure who you're charging.
there's probably truckers unions, right?
Yeah, but they're not necessarily responsible for this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just questioning. I don't know who you're actually suing for $9.8 million.
Well, what did she say?
Freedom Convoy.
Freedom Convoy 2022 fundraiser. I don't know.
Yeah, she's probably just going after the GoFundMe account.
Maybe, maybe. It's just
I'd have to look it up and find out more about that.
Yeah.
I haven't even really seen a map to see how what and where and how they've got it all blocked off. Because it's ridiculous to say if they've got like this street blocked off, but you can just go around and go that way. It's not like they're really choking out the city. They make it look like it's this huge.
but if you did that at the Windsor Tunnel,
yeah,
if you did that at the bridge, you could really fuck things up. So I imagine it's a lot like that they're shutting down like the main routes into Ottawa, and I don't know enough about Ottawa at all to know how that city works.
Yeah.
But it sounds like there's a way into the main city, and these guys are just fucking no go. You ain't going.
Right.
So start walking. You know what I mean?
Buy a helicopter.
And they know that they don't have much power to do something to stop it, so they're trying to, I don't know, attack the little guy, the guy walking a sandwich over to him.
Yeah, you got to cut him off at the knees.
But I'm gonna need a lot more video of, because we know what violent protests look like.
Oh, we got. Yes.
I mean, we got
Intimately.
shit tons, millions of hours of coverage of what actual riotous protests look like. We got those for, some could say 4.5 years. Some would say the summer of love, for sure. We saw exactly what $2 billion in insurance claim damage looks like.
Yep.
We know what multiple murders look like. We know what casualties look like on the police forces in the thousands over a 3-month period. We know what that looks like.
Yep.
We've seen that video. You can find it on the internet. Show me the video. Where's the video? And really, for that side, all they need is one. one video of some
They'll
guy
play
punching
it up.
someone, and
Yeah.
they're going like, "Oh, this is the whole like." But the reality is, people are seeing through this shit. They really, really are. They know what they witnessed on TV. Fiery, but mostly peaceful protests, as CNN captioned it. You know, it was buildings are totally ablaze.
Side of a few isolated incidents.
Yeah, right, right.
And then they just
A few isolated blocks in each city.
separate, those. Don't let that deter from the
Yeah.
protest. Rabble rousers.
Yeah, I thought we were all for peaceful protests, and I was all for the Black Lives Matter protests.
Yeah.
I stood on the sidelines and watched them march through fucking Ann Arbor, angry as shit, yelling at everybody.
Yeah.
But as long as they're not swinging, as long as they're not throwing Molotov cocktails,
what
as long
you
as they're not
want.
breaking windows, you give a fuck. Walk around all you want.
Yeah, you start-
Most of you look like you could use the exercise. So start fucking walking.
Start.
I can say that because I'm
Yeah.
disgusting.
Once
too.
you once you start breaking windows and firebombing and
Yeah.
looting, yeah,
Yeah.
you lost all your validity. All your credibility's gone.
Yeah. So I want to see all the Nazi flags that they claim they're waving.
Yeah. Like I said, so one guy probably shows up like that, or some guy just
I-
driving by. Woo-hoo!
I thought I
I'm
heard-
with you, boys.
I thought I heard there was one kid who had some sort of swastika on something and didn't even know what it was. I don't know if I believe that until the other people there went, "Yo, bro, what the fuck? Do you know what this is? Do you know what the symbol means?" And he's like, "No." And so that was the Nazi flag waving. I don't know if that's true.
I wonder if he was some intern from a radio station that they sent over there. To go.
Right? Or from the DNC.
Like, yeah.
Spotify. Standing by Daniel Ek, the CEO of Spotify. I think he's worth a mere $4 billion.
Okay.
Told staff the company will stand by Joe Rogan following an N-word controversy.
Yeah.
And
Do
announced,
better than that.
huh?
You're gonna have to do better than that.
Yeah. He's announced a $100 million investment towards content from historically marginalized groups.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so you're just flushing $100 million. Great. And it's incremental. So it's like 20 million this year, 20 million next year.
Hoping that somebody forget about it and there's just some new big thing over there and you can just let it fade away.
Isn't that the whole point of, like, okay, from historically marginalized groups, do they not have access to a $20 fucking internet connection and a microphone?
I think so, for the most
They
part.
do. So they're not blocked from going on Spotify because they're black, right? Like, black people are allowed to broadcast on Spotify and YouTube, as far as I know.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't read all the
think-
guidelines, but I think, the terms and conditions, I never really get all the way through that.
Most people
I usually-
don't. It's
I
not
get
your
through
fault.
the first one or two. There's a couple of, specific areas I like to verify.
Yeah.
Read the first, read the back, but they could stick some, stuff in the middle that I don't know about. So
Yeah.
it could be that marginalized communities are not
Persons of color, indigenous peoples, women.
Yeah.
These are marginalized
I'll
groups.
have to go back and reread that.
Yeah, reread it because I would love to know if there's something in there like, by the way, Latinos and blacks are not allowed to broadcast on Spotify
Yeah.
per terms and conditions.
Yeah, I mean,
like
that used to be just standard, but they've been starting to get out of that.
Yeah,
on a lot of those.
I thought so. So what you're saying then is you're giving $100 million. It's basically free to broadcast on Spotify. I mean, is Spotify going to buy all the marginalized people in the world microphones and internet connections?
What was the
Is
term?
that how you invest in them?
How did he phrase it again? What the money's going to?
It announced a $100 million investment towards content from historically marginalized groups.
Oh, so just they're going to start buying content. They're going to start funneling that money.
Yeah.
to
So
pay.
so basically, they're going to promote, and they're going to turn up the volume for them. They're going to tip the scales, is what they're saying. What they're saying is marginalized people can't put on an entertaining enough show by themselves, clearly, because they're black or brown.
Yeah.
So those people aren't capable of putting on a good show on a free platform like, the superior white race. So we need to falsely amplify their voices and shove it down everyone's throat to show that we care about these people.
You're going to have that separate
Great.
tab, like on Grubhub or Uber Eats or whatever. There's black-owned restaurants.
Black-owned.
See,
Sure.
I want to know what kind of food it is.
Yeah. Is food good? The community will tell me.
Yeah.
If there's a good restaurant in my neighborhood, word will get around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. All you're making me do is go, I'm going to pass. This sounds like it's It's a charged room that I'm walking into when you have to brag about being black owned. I've never given a fuck who owns the restaurant ever,
Exactly.
ever in my life, ever.
For the Chinese restaurants, do you tell me whether it's Chinese or American owned?
Yeah, no.
Do we don't get into that? Doesn't
Mexican,
matter.
Latinx owned.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
No,
So,
that doesn't matter.
Rogan issued an apology having used racial slurs on his platform, but X said silencing Rogan was not the answer. I'm really bummed that he issued that racist apology.
Yeah, well,
I am, dude. It's because this has nothing to do with
No,
racist shit at all.
yeah, you
Don't
can't-
fool yourself for a second.
very true. But you can't if you just stay silent on it. I mean, you have to say something. You have to come out and defend yourself and at least try to put something in context. I mean, for better or for worse, people already have their ideas. But if I haven't watched the video. I've heard of it.
You haven't?
No, I didn't watch the actual video put together, but
It's brutal.
I know. I mean, I know exactly
It's
what it
literally
is.
just the word,
Yeah,
word,
bang, bang,
word,
bang. That's
word.
what I said. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. But so if you're going to let that just be and not defend yourself in any way, it's just going to look worse. So you have to come out and say something of that to at least put it in context. But you
Yeah.
can't come out and go, it's fine because I wasn't saying it like that.
Yeah.
So you have to say, so I thought the way he did it was, about as well as it could have been done.
I think Joe Rogan is honest to a fault, and I think he has the best intentions.
Yeah.
But context has to matter. It's the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
I've said it for years. It's the only thing. So if you take out of context what Joe Rogan said over 12 years, those were all so out of context to make him look. He's not a racist. Everyone that knows Joe Rogan knows he's not a fucking racist. That's absurd on its face.
There's not one person that's come out and said that.
But
no claim
by
except for using those.
apologizing for it, which he hasn't used it in years, right? And always in quotes or in that context, talking about that someone got in trouble.
And
Here's the quote of what they
talking
said,
about that
which
word,
I've done. I've done that, reading news articles and quoted it. Joe Biden's done it.
Yeah.
Can we do Joe Biden next? Can we cancel Joe Biden?
Sure.
No. The problem is this was never, ever, ever about anything Joe Rogan said. No one's actually outraged by that.
It's just trying to discredit him by any means necessary.
By bowing and taking a knee to the mob, which is all it is, they will never accept your apology. So Joe Rogan gives a really heartfelt apology and like, hey, I totally understand. It's not my word to use ever. It shouldn't be used by anyone who's not black, whatever the hell he said. And he meant it, from the bottom of my heart. I can promise you not one person, not one liberal that hates Joe Rogan for his misinformation and his blah, blah, blah views accepts that apology. They all want him gone. And then when you dig a little deeper, I was watching Sagar and
It's not about them. It's not about changing the ones that are against you. It's about not losing the ones that are for you.
yeah.
More than that's what the apology is for. That's what the statement is for.
Yeah.
You're not going to change anybody their minds. What you don't want is that be taken out of context,
Right.
And have anybody that thought, oh man, I used to like Joe Rogan, because it's people that know him know him, but it's the ones that don't, and they're just hearing what's happening and be like, oh my God, I can't support anybody that would say that, without any context or anything behind it.
Yeah.
To watch that video. You lose a lot of people and lose a lot of favor in that. So that's where it's going. It's not to the mob. It's to your own defense.
It's the mob. And why I say that, I was watching Crystal and Sagar today, which is a great. If you just go on YouTube, Crystal and Sagar, they're great. You got a lefty and a more conservative, and they just bring it straight. But Sagar did a deep dive into what's going on. But he's seen this tactic before, this mob, all out warfare, and he said it started with the misinformation stuff, and when Joe took on Sanjay Gupta and embarrassed him, that didn't work. That attack didn't work. You couldn't discredit all that shit, and so that was dying down. So now they've gone the racist angle, and when you look at where that clip came from, and who's behind a lot of this stuff. Who's behind the Neil Young and Joni Mitchell thing? We did the story on that about Blackstone.
Yep.
And with
Hypnotic or whatever the label,
something like that. But they were bought by Blackstone, so they own the rights. God, I can't remember how the story goes. It's been a few days, but you find out that one of their board guys is from Pfizer, and like it all starts to make a little more sense. And I'm butchering this, so go watch Crystal and Sagar, and specifically Sagar's monologue today. But he said, when you see where this is coming from, it funnels back to a Dem super PAC, when there's like all kinds of names listed on these attacks and who's putting out statements, Patriot Times statement, and you look back and it's all like super PAC Democrat Party. And so this is a coordinated attack by this party. We can't ruin him. And he's gotten way too big and powerful. Too many people are listening to his influence. We need to take Joe Rogan the fuck down.
Absolutely.
And so while most of America just loves Joe Rogan and goes, "Hey man, let him say what he wants to say. What the fuck?" He's got way too much power and influence, and they don't like it.
Well,
and so
it'll
the
backfire.
racist one is going. I saw today there was another launch about, don't forget what a misogynist he is.
Okay.
And Joey Diaz is telling a story about letting some girl do 5 minutes in the belly room if she'd suck his dick, and he's like, I came all over her fucking face, and every time she wanted to perform, I fucking dusted her face again. So like, you goddamn right, you're not getting on my stage without fucking blowing me first. And Rogan's laughing his balls off. He's probably 12 years old, whatever. And so this means he hates women, and
of course,
blah blah blah. You know the story. So this,
you got to check all the boxes. Oh, we're gonna go with the minorities. We're gonna go with the women. We're gonna make it'll be the alphabet community next. We'll find something he said and take it out of that, and then that'll be the next target. All he wants to start
just
chipping
keep
away.
hammering, but just know this isn't the public turning on Joe Rogan. This is a concerted effort.
None of this ever is.
Right.
But there's it's not the public that's driving it. It's the public that are following it. It's the minions of that just take that all as part of their mission.
Yeah.
So
that's why I have a problem with Joe Rogan saying I'm sorry for this, because that's blood in the water to these people.
No,
it's a little bit of blood in the water. He could come out and say, you know what, I'm actually really pissed off. Fine, I haven't used that word in years. He could say this a lot better than me, but to take me so far out of context and try to paint me to people that know and love me as a racist. It's so infuriating. I won't stand for it. It's not true. They know it's not true. Instead of going,
you're right,
groveling, I'm sorry to these people. That's the part where it's like, dude, you're on the front lines, bro. You got to be standing up.
I can respect that angle, but I didn't feel like he was groveling in that statement. I don't feel like he was begging for forgiveness. I felt like it was more explanatory. And he could have come out and said, and he did. I mean, in a way he did, but he didn't come out, forcefully. He came out sincerely. He said the same thing in a way. He wasn't saying, I'm so sorry, please forgive me. He said, they're all out of context. They were used in these things. I know it looks terrible. It looks terrible to me. I get it. I've learned. That was a long time ago.
And
I don't use it anymore. Everybody knows me, knows I'm not a fucking racist.
I think that pushed his narrative. Seeing that video cut together like that, I think affected him personally. He went,
I bet.
Fuck, this looks awful. I know the context in which I was using this, but just chop the bits like that.
Yeah, of course.
That would be tough. That would be tough for anybody.
Hey, wait till the deepfake shit starts coming, man. That scares the fuck out of me.
It should.
That's because some of this this is early stage stuff that I've seen is
remarkable.
Yeah, and almost irrefutable. Like, how can you put that? I mean, you'd have to look at that and watch it go, holy fuck, I guess I did say that. It's that good. It's that real.
Yeah.
Like, unreal how that.
Yeah,
and that's coming.
That's the next chapter.
Yeah, when they can't just splice that stuff together to get you to say something, they'll just make you say it.
Yeah.
So.
Also, JRE Missing. So Joe Rogan Experience Missing is like an algorithm or a site that tracks whenever an episode goes missing.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good.
From the site.
Yeah.
So there's
I heard they yanked a bunch of stuff.
117 episodes. The one with Maynard from Tool.
Yep.
Alex Jones ones, Gavin McInnes.
I don't remember that Maynard. I watched that Maynard one. I don't remember it being controversial at all.
Kyle Kalinski's was pulled too, who's a political reporter and journalist. He's fantastic. He's on with Jimmy Dore all the time. He's been on with obviously on with Rogan, and why that episode was pulled, Kyle is going, there was not even a mention of race.
Yeah.
And that snippet has 22 references to the N-word that Joe Rogan said. Well, there was 117 episodes. So the N-word was mentioned multiple times in each episode.
Right.
So you're only talking about a handful that had this racial component. They recently opened Spotify up. This was the speculation that I think Crystal had. Recently opened up Spotify in Saudi Arabia. And one thing that Joe Rogan and Kyle Kalinske did talk about was the murder of Khashoggi.
Oh, yeah.
And he went hard in the paint
I bet.
against the Saudis.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And the royal family.
Yeah,
And
rightfully so.
That could be the reason that thing got yanked to play
Oh, man.
Saudi Arabia.
Oh, wow.
You know,
That's disappointing.
next level shit, right?
Yeah, it is. And I mean, it makes sense, I guess, on that was why something like that would be pulled, but at the same time, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Anyway, I could read you his full statement.
But even
I
that,
don't
why
think
would it
so.
be pulled? I mean, I would imagine that you can, I don't know, that you can regionalize.
Edit that out?
Well, regionalize, or not necessarily, because you can't fuck with other people's content.
Yeah.
But you could regionalize.
Sure, you can in other countries.
Well,
You give a fuck. None of
there,
them have free
no.
speech laws anyway.
No, that's true. I'm talking about Spotify. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I guess, but I mean that you could regionalize it, like kind of limit what is available in certain areas without just absolutely deleting
Yeah.
it from the platform altogether. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
And just delete the episode. Say, okay, well, these aren't available here because of this.
There's apparently someone that has fully downloaded every single episode of Rogan's podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And is willing to send them out. I don't know who it is.
Okay.
Saga was talking about trying to reach this guy.
Yeah, hit me up. If
Yeah,
you want any of those 117 episodes, I got them. Don't
I got
worry.
them all. Don't
Wow.
worry.
What fucking hard drives that guy must have.
Yeah, right? Crazy. And then there's an author. So The Rock initially gave support to Joe Rogan and then
Backpedaled real quick.
threw it in reverse,
Right.
hardcore, threw it in reverse.
Yeah.
Because the N-word
Yeah,
compilation.
the first one was the Neil Young, and then
Yeah.
the second barrel came right off of that with the N word.
Yeah.
And Rock was like, "Oh,
Ooh. I didn't know he was that guy.
sorry, man, I tried."
Best-selling author Don Winslow has been participating in a pressure campaign to cancel Joe Rogan. Get a fucking life, people.
Yeah.
Honestly, participating in a pressure campaign,
Of course.
Jesus Christ, honing in on Rogan's use of the N-word. In fact, it was Winslow's tweet to Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, that seemed to spark the actor to publicly pull his support for Rogan. Dear Rock, you're a hero to many people, and using your platform to defend Joe Rogan, a guy that used and laughed about using the N-word dozens of times, is a terrible use of your power. Have you actually listened to this man's many racist statements about black people? Johnson responded, Dear Don Winslow, thank you so much for this. I hear you as well as everyone here, 100%. I was not aware of his N-word use prior to my comments, but I've now become educated to his complete narrative. Learning moment for me.
Was it? And are you fully aware?
Yeah, he's so ingrained in Hollywood. That's the statement his team put out.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or whoever runs his Twitter.
So, sorry, are you really fully aware? Did you go back and watch those, and were you personally offended by the use of it in those episodes? And
Right. I bet Rock's never
attacked?
called one of his boys the N-word either. I bet he's never thrown that around.
No. Yeah, he doesn't get a pass on that. He's like Samoan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do Samoans get a pass?
I don't think so. I don't know. They're like a tweener.
I bet they
You
do.
could probably, you could pat.
In a locker room?
Yeah. It's like the,
Him and Warren Sapp never called each other the N-words?
yeah, I don't know.
Come on. In
You'd
Miami?
think so.
Yeah.
Probably.
Guaranteed. So some guy tweets out. So Don Winslow tried to get Rogan canceled for saying the N-word. It turns out that in his books, Don Winslow has used the N-word a lot, and I mean a lot. So here is a very long thread of times Don Winslow has used the N-word in his books. Thread goes on to highlight 57 uses of the N-word within numerous Winslow books. Yeah. So
Is Winslow an African American?
I don't think so.
No?
Don Winslow, I doubt it.
Oh, why?
I don't know. I don't know.
Kellen Winslow?
Yeah.
Is that a not African American sounding?
No. I think that would have been pointed out in the story.
Yeah. Well,
If he was black, like, well, he gets a free pass. Of course, that's the only community that can use the word.
let's see.
Oh, shit.
Waiting. Yeah. far from black.
Yeah. Squeaky clean Don Winslow. Uh-huh. White as oh Jesus. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
But that guy, so if we're playing the game of taking things out of context, it doesn't matter if you're white. Context means nothing. Joe Rogan is a monster. Have you heard what he said about black people using the N-word? Then, Mr. Winslow, you've tripled his N-word count in your
correct.
books.
Yeah, we're going to start a pressure campaign against Senior Winslow.
Yeah, yeah. Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be.
Yeah.
But then you're just fucking stooping to their level, you know?
Yeah.
I want less cancellations, not more.
I agree with you.
You know? But again, I don't
No,
know, I don't know how it
it's
ends.
more the point.
I know.
Like, you know what? All right, if you're going to play this shit game that won't go well for anybody, eventually it will burn everybody.
Whoopee.
Yeah, it will burn everybody because everybody's been a shitbag at some point in their life or said something they regretted.
Isn't it great?
Every
Those
one of
cunts
us.
just sat there trying to get at every show, just canceling somebody.
Yeah.
And then you got canceled.
She's doing 2 weeks of reflection
Yeah.
on Holocaust shit.
She's doing 2 weeks
Really?
of fucking suspension. Is what
Yeah.
she's doing.
Probably paid.
She's done. She's doing 2 weeks of vacation. Is
Yeah.
what she's doing.
Hell yeah, she is.
I bet she didn't do one fucking. The closest thing she did to anything Jewish was probably Ted Danson.
Yeah, right? Mammy Ted Danson or regular Ted Danson?
I think he's learned from that. I think he's moved on.
Yeah.
I don't know how you survived that. Is that a free pass? Because Whoopi
Wasn't that at the Friars Club or something?
something like that. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, wait,
Comedy.
I thought context matters.
Sure.
What? I didn't think that mattered. I thought
Yeah.
it was never okay under any circumstances to culturally appropriate.
Right.
Any circumstances. That's what we've been told.
Yeah. By the way, there's great video out there of The Rock doing, his talk shit on the WWE floor. And he's like, you apparently can't understand what I'm saying in English, so I'm going to say it to you in Swedish. And then does the hoda, 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 like the whole fucking Swedish chef character. And he's like, and if you didn't understand that language, I'm going to do it to you in Chinese. Ching, chong, bong, chong, ching, chong. Like total fucking shit.
Yep.
Yeah, Rock, you can step in it too.
exactly. Hey.
None of us are free
Let
from
he
all this
who is
shit.
without sin cast the first stone.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Well, this is some good news out of China.
Okay.
Yeah. The original anarchist ending of Fight Club has been restored
No shit.
by Chinese censors
All right.
after the edited version prompted outrage.
Yeah. Good.
So, streaming platform Tencent Video has edited the film due to Beijing's had edited it because of their restrictive censorship rules. And it was so far. I've never seen you laugh so hard. The black bar they put up with someone just typed in like
Just words. It just said.
it was just like the cops figured out everything in the ending and arrested all the illegal actors. The end.
Tyler Durden is still in prison.
He was released in 2016. It was just so laughable.
Yeah.
So Edward Norton's character kills off Tyler Durden, Brad Pitt's character, before watching multiple buildings explode, suggesting his character's plan to bring down modern civilization. But the version instead closed a line of text on a black screen.
I did have a question about that. We never went back to it, but
Yeah.
didn't they? Weren't they saying Tyler Durden using his name in that synopsis at the end?
Yes, I think so.
But Tyler Durden was the alter ego, and he was killed off, right?
Yeah,
The Edward Norton's the real character,
right, narrator.
and what his name was, whatever I forget. But when they say that, I think they said it was Tyler Durden that was in prison and got out
Yeah.
of prison in 2016.
Yeah. Someone just slapped it together. They didn't give a
guess
fuck.
right.
Yeah. Tencent closed the line and it said, police rapidly figured out the whole plan and arrested all criminals.
All criminals,
The end.
all of them.
The latest version has restored 11 of the 12 minutes that had been cut, and the scenes that are still missing are those featuring a little bit of titty.
Oh yeah, can't have that. I guess not. Full censorship over
But don't
there.
we get shit tons of porn out of China?
I
Isn't
think.
China leading the way in porn?
I think you're thinking a little more like Japan.
Maybe.
I think
But I
Japan-
think China.
I think Japan's the fucking kinkies ones, man. They're not. They're the freaks over there. I don't think it's China. I mean, it probably is, but it ain't coming out.
Yeah. God, how bad would that suck?
Mm-hmm.
Have your government censor a pair of titties on TV?
Well, I think that's far from the worst shit they gotta fucking
Yeah.
deal with over there.
The funny thing is, the author, Chuck Palahniuk, I'm butchering his name, I'm sure, who wrote the 96 novel that Fight Club was adapted from, tweeted that China had done the right thing. but he had previously praised their censorship ending. So they did the right thing by changing it back to the movie version.
Yeah.
But he said it was that their actual ending was much closer to the finale of the novel.
Oh, I got you.
So he says the irony is that they've aligned the ending almost exactly with the ending of the book, as opposed to Fincher's ending, which was the more spectacular visual ending.
Yeah.
So in a way, the Chinese brought the movie back to the book a little bit. I don't think that was their intention. Oh, no, it was not.
No, clearly not.
But I think they definitely looked at the book and decided, what's the happy medium here? The author also spoke of how China's change is not the first time the story's ending has been changed, and that he's now grown accustomed to censorship. My books are heavily banned throughout the U.S. Texas prison system refuses to carry my books in its library. A lot of public schools and most private schools refuse to carry my books. But it's only an issue when China changes the end of a movie. I've been putting up with book banning for a long time, he said.
Actually, I didn't. I assume most things come from books that get made into movies, but
Yeah.
I didn't know it, and I didn't know that there was a difference. So
I didn't either.
the fact that they changed that and made it more of the book ending isn't quite as, hysterical and out of line as I thought it was. I thought it was just straight up like government wins,
Yeah.
criminals lose.
And who knows if China even looked into that, or
That
my
maybe,
guess
yeah.
is probably not.
Probably
but
Unless that's like even that, maybe the book said that he was released in prison in 2016. Maybe that's literally the book ending.
yeah. Anyway,
If it was going to be read a book, it'd be a Chinese.
yeah, right.
They'll read it. Do the research.
2 Texas mothers have been charged with abandoning their 6 children.
Wait,
You know,
2 mothers, 6 children? Mm-hmm. All okay. Are we talking?
part of the story's unclear.
All right. All right.
I'll be honest with you.
Proceed.
Yep.
Sure.
Leaving them in squalor after authorities found them covered in
What?
lice.
Squalor?
Squalor.
What the fuck is that?
Shithole.
Oh, okay.
Just a squalor. Just a shit.
That's a term for like a shitty house, a dump?
Yeah.
Squalor?
Living in squalor.
Okay.
Yeah. Never heard that?
It's a learning moment for me.
All right. See? Learn something new every day, T.
Damn right.
Living in squalor. Use it freely. It's a great word.
I will.
They found them covered in lice and so hungry.
Could have ate the lice.
Yeah. Reese Padilla Hernandez and Yuris Molina were both charged with endangering a child after their children, all of whom are aged 1 to 9, were found living in dire conditions or squalor.
Or squalor.
Padilla Hernandez's children are aged 2, 3, and 7. Molina's children are aged 1, 8, and 9. It is not clear if the 2 are friends or relatives, but they and the children were living in the same property.
Okay.
So that's why it's a little confusing.
All right.
The children were discovered on Wednesday after a maintenance man found Padilla Hernandez's 2-year-old daughter, who he said was filthy and walking barefoot close to a swimming pool without any parents around.
Yeah.
It's not good. The man called officers from Houston and Houston PD, and when they arrived, they found the toddler's older brother, who showed them the apartment where they were found, where they found the 4 other children alone without their parents. Officers found Molina's 1-year-old son inside a crib, was so hungry. What do you think he did?
Bit off the officer's finger.
No.
Latched on.
He started eating his own shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Straight out the diaper. I don't even know if he was diapered.
Thought they were refried beans, maybe? I don't know.
1 year old, dude.
Oh, that's tragic.
Sitting in his crib eating his own shit.
Shit.
We talk a lot about people eating shit.
Yeah, not literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's literally eating shit.
Yeah. How do you come back from that?
I don't know that you do. He's won. That's the best chance he's got.
Yeah.
And what, did he have a spoon with him? The cops just pulled in and he was just spooning shit in
Pretty
his
sure
mouth?
you're just going hand to mouth on that one.
Yeah, probably. Oh, my God, that's so bad. He resorted to eating his own feces.
Oh, God.
Well, their 9-year-old son was infested with lice and covered in dirt.
Ugh.
One of Padilla Hernandez's children found at the property has special needs and cannot look after himself.
Yeah, boy.
This is a shit show.
Well, clearly it's squalor of
Yeah.
the highest regard.
Yeah. When police were at the property, Padilla Hernandez returned and claimed she had been doing what?
Oh.
Put him on the clock.
Working?
No.
I don't know. Looking for a job?
Her taxes.
Oh, Jesus.
I was just doing me taxes.
That's a good one. Smart.
Yeah. Yeah. She was meeting with the accountant.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to get together with the accountant, make
Exactly.
sure you're up to date on all that
You
stuff.
got all those dependents and shit. And you can't do that stuff on TurboTax. You need the professionals.
How long do you have to leave I can't get over this. How long do you have to leave a 1-year-old alone before it starts eating its own shit?
Well, she could have just walked out the door, just not fed the fucking kid for 3 days. I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean just she could have been gone for 3 days. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Doing her taxes for 3 days?
Yeah, well, it's
it could be
very-
complicated.
it
She
is
runs a
very
high-level business, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Lots of employees.
Yeah.
You know, it gets complicated. That can take weeks. I mean,
So just-
Trump's taxes took years.
Just one of the two made it back. Is the other one on the run? Find out that it went down. They're yours. Take off.
No, Melina, you want to know about her? She's 7 months pregnant right now.
Oh man.
Yeah. She was not present at the scene, but she was caught and
Yeah,
arrested.
you're not getting far.
Padilla Hernandez and Molina are expected to appear in court on Monday. Their children are now in the custody of Children's Protective Services. Just send these fucking illegals back to me. I'm going on a limb here, and I'm saying send them to Mexico. Leave the kids. We got it from here.
They're doing their taxes.
We got the kids from here. Send people that would have children living like that back to where they came from. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like a dick.
We'll
but
let them be dreamers. They were born
Yeah.
here. They dropped an anchor.
dude,
Kids, we're going to clean you up. You guys, we're going to give you guys a shot.
when you start year one of your life eating your own shit,
Yeah.
I mean,
What if you develop a taste for it? You just fucking crave it
move
forever.
to Germany and start making films. I don't know.
Maybe it wasn't out of necessity.
He's
Maybe
going to
it's a
find out
thing.
that there's much tastier things than shit out of a diaper.
To each their own. You
Yeah.
eat olives, so it's not
Yeah,
much
that's
different.
true. I like olives. You like fucking fish. I mean, disgusting. I'd rather eat that 1-year-old shit
Oof. It's a bold statement, sir.
than fucking fish. You know, what is the Mercurium? What if he's still in Mercurium dump stage where it doesn't stink?
That's still, I mean,
It's still shit. I know. I'm not saying it's going to taste great,
yeah,
but
I don't know.
if he's still in Mercurium dump stage and it doesn't stink, it'd be a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, that's like a yoo-hoo.
And and kids, you know, I don't know how many of you are familiar with 1-year-olds, but when they're eating with their hands,
It's a disaster.
it's not a
Oh,
mouth.
he's
It's
everywhere.
It's blackface.
Oh my
that
God.
kid's in
Oh.
blackface, dude. And he's not smart enough at that age to figure out like, get this off my face.
Well, yeah, because
Like,
there's already shit on his hands. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do? Wipe it off? You get it more? There's a little bit right here. Where?
yeah, he's gonna get pink eye for sure. Oh, this is a disaster. of a
Oh,
story.
boy.
So bad.
Oh my god, that's awful. It's horrible. I mean, yeah, and those people do not. And that fucking bitch has got 7 months. She's about to drop another one.
Yeah.
Just fucking yank it out of her and kick her out. Keep the kid.
What is that? Yeah, you clearly don't care about these kids.
Nope.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, you have a place. I mean, like hygiene, for the most part, is free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can wash the kids. You can do stuff. I mean, food, things like that. Yeah, but when they're just
Toothpaste, toothbrush.
disgusting,
Is that too much to ask for? Is that for? I mean, she's doing taxes.
yeah. Well, maybe she's
Some
waiting
sort
on
of-
her. Maybe she was waiting on her return to get some rid.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Terrible story. It is. Sorry, I had to share it with you. I don't make the news.
No.
You know,
I
Troy
bet-
doesn't make the news.
Doing her taxes. That is a next level excuse.
How many guesses would it take before you got to her
All
taxes?
of them. All of them. All of them.
You would have used the world's excuses.
Yes.
Before, and the last one would have been my taxes.
Still would have said it. Nope.
I was doing Jose down the street.
Yeah.
You know,
All
I
of it.
was
Literally.
I was doing drugs around the corner.
Yep. All of it.
I was strong arm robbing a store. All logical.
I was
like
curing
believable.
cancer. I would have put before doing your taxes.
Yeah. So all of the world's excuses would have been usurped before you got to
Yeah.
her taxes.
Yep.
Yeah. That might be true.
Yeah.
It might be true.
exactly. I mean, I was looking at reasonable,
Yeah.
answers.
You see, you like reservedly went, work? Did she try to claim to be at work? No. She'd already done all the work. Now it's time to pay her taxes.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
she's just wrapping that part up.
Yeah. She brought home the bacon. Now it's time to fry it up. In
There you go.
the chorizo.
A Missouri man.
Missouri.
Missouri.
Misery.
who wanted to ban LGBTQ books from North Kansas City schools and school libraries over sexual images and situations, charged with molesting a child.
Oh, man. Come on.
Dude.
Get out of the way. Let's.
You can't, you just,
Right.
you can't.
No.
You can't diddle a kid and then act like you're trying to protect kids from horrible sexual images in books.
Was it a straight diddle? Or was it a fucking same diddle? Did he do a little boy or a little girl?
I don't know.
Well, because he's pissed off at the alphabets community.
So
maybe it's the mixing and matching he's not down with.
yeah, maybe.
This is okay as long as it's, any outie doing any.
Yeah.
But, any outie to outie.
Yeah.
No good.
No good.
No bueno.
Can't be bumping swords.
Nope.
Ryan Utterback.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's 29-year-old parent.
Utterback.
Allegedly fondled a child and was charged with that, a felony, as well as a misdemeanor charge of fourth-degree domestic assault. He's also facing misdemeanor charges of furnishing or attempting to furnish porno material to a minor in separate cases.
Oh, well, it's like the preacher that's
Yeah.
screaming about it and that's in the back just taking dick all day long.
Yeah.
You just need to shut up and go into the background.
He's accused of 2 instances of child molestation in 2020, allegedly touching a 12-year-old girl under her clothes and rubbing.
See, I knew it was a straighty. I knew it was a straight diddle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
12's going to tattle on you.
Oh, yeah.
8's going to tattle on you.
Yeah, well, hopefully they all tattle on you.
Yeah, but historically they don't. A lot of shame, a lot of embarrassment, especially at that age. And then rubbing another teen's leg underneath her jeans.
That's a strong move.
Yeah, how do you rub someone's
Under
leg
the jeans, over the panties? Is that what we're getting?
Yeah, so did he unbutton her pants and slide his hand down her and was rubbing her leg? I guess that would be one way of doing it.
Logistically, I have questions.
He had been advocating for the removal of several books that featured sexual situations or imagery while citing the issue of parental rights and choosing what his children are exposed to.
Oh, yeah, he just wants them to see his dick,
Yeah.
not anybody else's.
Yeah, I don't want you guys to see it, just mine.
Right? I want you to know how big they're supposed to be.
Yeah. I don't want you reading cartoon fucking dick
I've
stories.
been telling her this is big her whole life. I don't want you to know it any different.
I definitely understand their struggles, and it's not lost on me. So he's talking about the gay community or alphabet community.
Yeah.
I understand their struggles. It's not lost on me. But again, those conversations are to be had at home, and only I have the intimate understanding of what is and isn't appropriate for my children.
That's a fucking amazing statement.
Yes.
That you just said, sir.
And he proved himself.
Yes, he did.
Last year, he began showing porn to a young girl when she was around 4.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Before the arrest, he'd probably previously appeared October 26th at a school board meeting for the removal of the books. He had presented large prints of pages from 2 books he particularly wanted banned: Fun Home by cartoonist Alison Bechdel and George M. Johnson's All Boys Aren't Blue, both of which explored gender and sexuality for teens and young people. Yeah. He's going to appear in court March 10th. So.
He doesn't need to be here either.
Nope.
Nope. The Taco Twins over there and and this guy, the diddler.
Yeah.
Nope. No, they don't need to be stealing our oxygen, man.
Nope.
Fuck them.
What are they trying to call them now? Not pedos, but minor something like minor attracted people. Is it MAP?
I think that's what it is. Yeah, minor attracted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Attracted to a minor.
Well, that's good. It sounds cuter.
Yeah.
Sounds
it doesn't sound
way
nearly as rapey.
no. Sounds way less rapey than pedophile.
Yeah.
Like, he's a pedophile, and everyone goes,
No,
he's a minor attracted person.
Yeah.
That sounds like something like you would say at a wine party in San Francisco.
Exactly.
How's Carl doing this year? Oh, he's great. He's a minor attracted person. And, you know what I mean? Like in polite company, you could say that over a glass of Chardonnay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a way to class it up
Like,
a little bit.
you couldn't say, "Oh, my child Carl, yeah, he's a pedophile." The whole room would cringe. But minor attracted person just brings it down enough that
Takes the
over
edge off.
some soft symphony music and some wine.
Yeah.
You know,
They're trying to normalize it.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I'm gonna go with no. I'm gonna go ahead and hold off on that one.
Yep. Delete.
Yeah.
That's what we used to say. Delete.
I like it.
Yeah.
They can be deleted.
Person needs pure deletion. All right,
Yes.
T. Let's wrap up. Let's do an email.
Okay.
Gentlemen.
Uh-oh.
I don't know who he's talking about with that opening
Who
salvo.
fuck you talking to?
Welcome back. Thanks for joining the show, T. Roy. A couple of things. I didn't remember this, but that happens with me.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
I enjoyed T. Roy's bathroom story.
Oh, the rest stop one when I pissed on the guy?
Maybe. Yeah, it must be.
Okay.
All right, here's some context.
All right.
I'm just wondering if Troy has any problem going to baseball games and seeing all those people with their cap turned backwards.
No. I don't have any PTSD
Next
from
question.
it.
Does he suffer from PTSD?
Nope.
So I'm trying to remember the
As I'm standing here watching you with your looking at you with your head out backward.
You know what? The girl that cuts my hair and your hair has COVID in
She's down in the
Dominican.
Yeah.
So
She got
she's
COVID too
She's got
down there?
yeah, she texted me this morning. She's got a house in
Yeah.
out
And
there.
not Punta and the other one over there.
Yeah.
So
I was supposed to have an appointment tomorrow, and because I couldn't get in, she was on vacation last week.
Yeah.
And so I'm dying to get my hair cut, and so I'm out of my gel.
I gave in. I went and got Zenith.
Yeah, that's fine. It looks great. But yeah, she texted me. She texted me this morning. Was like, "I'm so sorry. I thought it was a spam thing. I didn't recognize the number. I was like, what the fuck?" She's like, "Hi, Mike. I am stuck in Dominican Republic." I was like, "All right, I'm not falling for this again. No fucking way."
Right. Picture comes across. Oh no, I know this scam.
Yeah, no way I'm sending you $10,000. You never send the hot pussy over here. Not falling for it, Roops. But then it was like, it's me, Karina, and I the family got COVID, so we're stuck in isolation here.
Yeah, jeez.
Can't come home until next week. What do you want to do? Do you want to meet with Xena or whatever? And I said, nah, that's fine. I'll wait a week till you get back.
Yeah.
So we kind of prayed it out and hugged and kissed.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
the
you're going to
hair's
see me in a hat for the next week, Troy.
You were. How did it get so bad in a day? All weekend you were out without a hat.
And all day, every time I caught myself in a mirror in a reflection, I look like I look like a lesbian woman.
That's not new though.
No shit, but I look more like a lesbian woman.
I think the hat doesn't. That's a lesbian.
Don't make
look
it
right
worse.
there.
Don't make it worse. I just don't want anyone seeing
Fair.
anything
All
going
right.
on. I'm gonna put a fucking burqa up right here so the camera doesn't even see me anymore. So disgusting. I had someone at the show tell me, "Boy, you look much better in person than you do on camera." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks. I know." I know. She's like, "I thought, it's not good on camera."
Oh, boy.
basically. But she's
Oof.
like, "You look great in person." I was like, "Well,
That's a backhanded compliment, but
I don't think it was meant to be. I think
Yeah.
it was meant to be a straight up compliment. Like, that's
I know.
bullshit. The camera
No,
adds
I
all
know.
these pounds.
yeah, like you look like shit on camera. But
Yeah.
you look great in person. So it's a compliment, but not.
Sort of.
Yeah,
It's the best I can get nowadays.
Fair.
It's like that's the closest thing to a nice compliment I've gotten in many in a long time. Outside of
Can
family,
we work on the
they
framing
have
and
to
like
say it.
stretch it out this way a little
Yeah,
bit?
funhouse mirror, the camera. Yeah,
Get some
trap,
Let's get some filters
Trap.
on here.
Yeah.
with those big doe eyes.
doe eyes and lashes. I just want floating hearts around my head and a funhouse mirror effect on my
Right?
face.
Look like every fucking
Fuck.
dating app profile picture.
Hey. Or here's me from fucking 6 years ago
Yeah.
when I didn't look like an absolute sack of shit. Final thought. On episode 1480, you discussed the Amica robot. I have one question. We all know Big E could not afford his own Amica robot. Would either of you let Big E borrow your Amica robot for
No.
the weekend?
No.
No.
No. Fuck
Hard
no.
no.
Fuck no.
Borrowing means
No.
that
don't
you would
care.
take it back when he
Nope.
was done with
God,
her.
no. I wouldn't even let him do it if I was throwing it out in the garbage. I would have too much respect for my doll.
Yeah.
I would let her go to the dump in peace.
These are the dolls that are getting so realistic, the robots. Like
Yeah, like sex dolls, basically, is what they.
Well-
But they were like AI, like interactive.
AI, the facial features and stuff.
Although it is, yeah,
So our discussion at the time was if we could get to the point where there was like no difference between the robot and an actual woman to where you could order like, I want a 2004 Jennifer Aniston.
yeah.
And you get that shipped to the house, and she cleans all day, and you get to bang her, and then, she's like, "Whoa, should we retire to bed for the night?" It's like, no, bitch, you're cleaning up the yard overnight, okay? You're a machine.
Yeah, you don't have to sleep.
You don't have to sleep. I'm not turning you off.
Once
Get to
I'm done,
work.
I'm going to bed. You get the fuck back out there, fill the tank, and
I'll let you know when I need a
Get the shit
cocktail.
done.
You can whip it, but you can come in and make it real quick.
yeah,
and
I'll hit the button when I wake up, and it's time to come back in and
I'll
finish me off.
I'll definitely turn you back on for my morning blowjob, like I always do.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, But if
that
you
morning
could-
wood or those midnight boners, like, oh, hey, you're up. You're up.
Amica.
Turn off the vacuum.
Amica. And so we were speculating that, like, guys, if you had the choice and there was no discernible difference between an actual woman and this robot, you could just order one that never gained a pound,
Yeah.
never bitched and complained,
Wouldn't age.
didn't age,
Didn't nag. Knew how to cook.
didn't fucking come in and walk across the front of the TV screen on a critical play in a game. None of that shit doesn't exist. And like the female would be extinct.
Yeah.
Like no guy would choose.
We would all be extinct because then there'd be no.
Right, but we'd be the last gen and we'd all go out with our fucking smoking hot Amica dolls.
Yeah.
And the guys at parties would just be peeling off. I'm going to go get blown by my 2002 Halle Berry.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a minute. That kind of thing. So would we let Eric borrow ours? No.
No. Fuck no.
No.
Absolutely
we
not.
absolutely would not. Final thought number 2. I think all the show's listeners should. I don't know. I'm going to read this.
Oh.
As if some asshole does this, I'd be really bummed. I think all the show's listeners should send T-Roy a fart in a jar, date stamped, of course. He seems to be enjoying this newfound technology. Can you add the Amazon.ca for Canada link back on your website? Abe. I didn't know we had an Abe. Listening. I like that. Sounds like an honest guy, too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
From a neighbor from the north.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a touch of the Canadian in me myself.
I know you do.
So,
Yeah.
Abe. But
T-Roy's with you. Please do not start sending jars of farts to the house.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
No.
it goes to a PO box that is not very big, so think about that. And it never gets emptied, very rarely, and I won't open them. So I know what
So you're
happened.
just going to make us throw away a bunch of mason jars and shit. We don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know what? You could save those as like Molotov cocktail kind of a thing. Like just throw it at somebody and have it break open. And
The New Age fart bomb.
Oh, Jesus!
New Age fart bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you never know.
Yeah. All right. Let's get out of here. Did
Use
you
them
do
as
a read?
pranks.
Did you want to do a
No,
read?
well, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
That's what we do. Just
yeah.
we were just cruising, so I never got there. Does your money work as hard as you do? You're going to spend upward of 45 years working to support your lifestyle, provide for your family, and set aside money for retirement. Do you know if you'll be able to retire on your terms? How could you if you don't have a plan? Let Mark and Jay at LPL Financial help to make sure your money is working as hard as you are. Call them today at 248-626-2000.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Yeah, we fucked up not having Michelle just blast those
I
all off so
know.
I can just hit a button from now on.
You know
I
what?
have to
Next time
dick around
she's in
with that.
town, we should definitely
No
do that.
doubt. The
Have her read
one
it.
she did, she stroked.
Yeah, she nailed it.
Bam.
And she was all up for that. She totally would have done that.
Absolutely.
If I would have had half a brain this morning
She
when
could
I
be
got
the
up.
voice of the show.
Yes. Instead of going out on a read,
Yeah,
I'll do one last story. Did you hear Alvin Kamara was arrested?
I did.
Yeah.
A little battery.
Little battery.
I assume DUI. I'm not gonna lie. I just saw the headline. I was like, oh, he went out
Yeah.
after the game. Got a little saucy. Hopefully, wasn't in a vet going 100 or anything. but
Yeah, 153. He was arrested on battery charges for allegedly attacking someone at a Vegas nightclub a night earlier. So
Before the Pro Bowl?
you're saying they let him play in the Pro Bowl and then arrested him?
Well, I mean, I
That's
don't know
what it
how
sounds like.
I don't know how the process went down, or maybe the guy I don't know.
It
It happened the night before, and then the guy went down the next day to file the charges, or because
He ended up in the
he wasn't
hospital.
arrested. He wasn't arrested in the scene.
Vegas police were called to a hospital
Yeah.
where a victim was being treated for their wounds around 6 p.m. Saturday night.
Okay, yeah, this is that's early too. Jesus.
So
That's
the
not like
Pro
one of
Bowl
those-
was Sunday at
Yeah.
6 or 3.
Yeah, I would say that's not like a 3 a.m. kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It's 6 in the afternoon, although
Yeah.
it's always party time in Vegas.
And the victim reported that Kamara assaulted and injured him at a local nightclub. He was located and detained without incident after Sunday's game.
Could you imagine if they came and got him on the sideline?
Fuck yeah.
Would
Put
that
him in
have been
cuffs.
fucking amazing?
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Kamara. We'd like to speak to you for a
Yeah.
moment.
You are coming with us. He was booked into Clark County detention on felony battery resulting in substantial bodily harm.
Do his mugshot with his helmet on.
Big-
Full uniform.
The visor and all. Doesn't he wear one of the visors?
Yeah, man, I think so.
Beyond any potential criminal penalties. He could face discipline from the NFL under the personal conduct policy.
Yeah.
We don't know if this is a male or female victim,
Okay.
so you could have knocked the bitch out. I don't know. The NFL said we're aware of the matter, but we'll decline further comment at this time. Court hearing is set for Monday. Yeah.
Some dudes can't handle Vegas, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've said it forever.
Yep.
It's true.
It is.
It's true. The percentage of battery, like normal population versus NFL, is way higher in the general
Oh, yeah. Per
population.
capita?
Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to do those numbers, but it's not juicy when Bill slaps Jane around
Right.
down the street. You know, Kamara.
Yeah.
It is. Alvin Kamara is newsworthy. That's why
Absolutely.
we always hear about these, but it happens way more in the general pop than it does in the NFL, believe it or not.
Percentage-wise?
Yeah.
Think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah. Yeah. I know. There's been studies on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, there.
Most of them.
Yeah.
You get 1 or 2 stories a year, maybe.
But that's what I'm saying. But I mean, there's 1,000 guys in the league, give or take.
2,000. There's been 28,000 total players in the 100 years of the NFL.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So if you take that 28,000, multiply that out by how many charges there's been or incidents there's been,
Yeah.
and you multiply out by how many the 30 million in the country,
330 million.
yeah,
Yeah.
330 million. Did I forget the 300 part?
You did.
Sorry,
That's all right.
the 330 million people, based on cases,
Yeah.
per capita, it's more
Yeah.
on the general population.
Yeah. There's a lot of trash out there.
Yeah.
Knocking bitches around.
Yeah.
Lots.
That will happen.
Some of these guys are actually smart enough to know I got to back out of it. Like, there's
Yeah.
just too much on the line for them where think about all the rural communities, all the fucking
The
shit
hillbillies
boxes
that don't give a shit.
don't give a fuck,
Yeah.
you know.
I done fucking told you.
I don't know shit about fuck. All right, let's get out of here, T.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it again.